Hey, good evening. Greetings. Wow, it's hot in my kitchen this evening. I feel like I need to have the back door open, and it's been raining here in Nottingham, but maybe you'd agree with me that we all need cooling down a little bit. Welcome to Talk Tuesday. It should be coming through good on my channel. I'm getting the thumbs up, even though I can't see it myself on here. Let me just check. And I'm waiting for the algorithm to come through anyway, so we've got a little bit of time. Am I passing the sound check? I don't even know how I can do it myself. I can't see myself. Am I passing the sound check? I have someone viewing, so that must be you, Mark. Oh, don't let him press that. Okay, you two go up. This is what happens when it's live. It's like real life. So I'm in my kitchen. And you know what? It's Talk Tuesday, and I've started this weekly broadcast as a live stream. So if you are tuning in on StreamYard, then don't forget, if you tune in on Facebook, you have to log into StreamYard so that I can see your comments. So this is a weekly broadcast because I've got some very exciting news to share with you. But before I tell you about that, let me introduce myself. So if you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Vanessa-Mary, and I'm a lifestyle coach for mums, and I educate mums of all ages to build your resilience, whether that be physical, emotional, mental, and I also talk about spiritual things. Now, we're not talking about spiritual things tonight. We're going to talk about environmental things and sort of like how we can live better to support the earth and what we can do in our own home. I've got a fantastic contributor who is going to join me. So she's in the back room. Do they call it the green room? Yeah, she's in the green room right now. She looks absolutely gorgeous, by the way. So I'm going to bring her on shortly. But let me just tell you why I've started Talk Tuesday and where we're going with this. Well, in September, so this is Wednesday the 28th and Thursday the 29th of September, I am going to be hosting a fantastic live event with amazing leaders, business leaders that I've been meeting in the online networking space. Okay. Now, the wonderful woman I've got coming on, just so you can get to know her, and also me as well, because I know her, but I've not asked her everything, so let's see what she's going to share with us this evening. But her name is Jeanette Jones. She's an absolutely amazing woman. I haven't had a chance to meet her face to face yet, but the energy when we're on the calls together is always electric. So I'm going to bring you in right now. Let's see. And here she is. Hi, Jeanette.
Hello.
Hi. I can't hear you. Can I hear you?
Yeah.
Yes, I can. Oh, how amazing.
Can you hear me?
My dear.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. So I got the thumbs up from Mark that everything was coming through, Jeanette. But, I am a little bit of a perfectionist. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I couldn't see it when I tried to have a look myself. So I just want to have a sneaky look.
No, you
just
carry on.
Because I know we're going to have a good chat because you're such a lively and wonderful woman. But I don't want us to have spent this time together and then it's not showing. So how do I get back here? I don't know about you, but I find it difficult to navigate Facebook sometimes. Oh, yes, I can see it. Yay, let's carry on. Sometimes it just takes a while. I mean, obviously, we're living in a digital world. We've met each other online. Like I said to the audience, we've not had a chance to meet yet. So sometimes we do need to make sure that the technology is supporting us before we continue. So, Jeanette, thank you so much for joining me. This is the second Talk Tuesday that I am doing here. So great to have you on. So before we continue, just let us know, where are you streaming in from in the world?
I am from sunny Southampton this evening.
And is it still sunny for you?
It's still very sunny. We've had about half an hour of light rain, and that's it. So it's now nice and muggy and sunny.
Ah, okay. Well, we had what I would say a really good like downpour. I think that was around, oh, I don't know, 1 o'clock,
Mhm.
1 o'clock this afternoon. But it's still very warm, so it's muggy and damp here in Nottingham.
Nice, nice. You're selling it really well.
I'm
So
selling it really well. But you know what? I had a chance to be outside in nature only briefly with my beautiful daughter and her amazing daughters and little Zenta. And it was fantastic. I went to collect them because they'd been to the park and they were kind of caught in this downpour. So I said that I'd go and collect them. But it was great to be outside. But, you know, talking about nature and the environment is your speciality.
yes, it's something that I've sort of grown into over the last few years. It was something that I don't know about you, but when I was, God, I'm 52. But when I was growing up in the 70s and the 80s, nobody even had a recycling box. You just threw everything in the rubbish bin and you didn't even worry about where it went and what was going on. So yeah, it has thankfully progressed from there. And yeah, it's just the joys of being parents and grandparents and
Yeah.
priorities and things like that. So that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I noticed, I mean, obviously, I've been collecting the biographies from the fantastic speakers coming on, and I noticed that you really connected the reason why you got into what you do, and you can tell us about that surely, because of your beautiful granddaughter Maya, who is absolutely stunning, by the way. But then you shared pictures of your, are the both of them your daughters? Those wonderful,
Yeah, I've got,
gorgeous women.
yeah, I've got my two girls and my granddaughter. Yeah.
Wow, what an amazing, beautiful family you are. So, you know, I know that you said that when Maya came into this world, you really started to look at life differently, started to look at the world differently. So, do you just want to share a little bit about that story and tell us what you do, please?
Yep. Thank you for having us on here, Vanessa. Yeah. Basically, Maya is now 7. She's adorable, and you know when you have it's great fun being a grandma because you can do all the nice things and all the things that you weren't allowed to do as a grandma, and then just go home. It's wonderful. Anyway, when Maya was born, most grandparents do something like premium bonds, saving plans, something like that. But I wanted to do something more long lasting. I had a good old think about what I could do, and I decided that I wanted to try and make Maya's environment healthier and cleaner to live in.
Wow.
So I wanted it as a long lasting something to be, not something to be remembered by, but get involved and be able to try and do something. And that's what I started. That's what I started to do. And with all of this going on, it's very much a, if you do something, it's better than not doing anything. With this, and the very short synopsis of me. I was ill health retired 20 years ago. No, I wasn't. I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis 20 years ago, and I got ill health retired 10 years ago. Then Maya came along 7 years ago. So that's my timeline for the last 20 years. Gosh, how to do it in 10 seconds, eh?
Well, I was going to ask you, like, but you've preempted my question there. So thank you so much. We do have somebody on the live with us, and if you would like to comment and be able to, so we can see your Facebook profile, you do need to log into StreamYard. I think I put the link at the top. Hopefully I did, and set your permissions. Or if not, just do it the old-fashioned way. I can see the comments, but we'd love to receive your comments this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, Jeanette, what a beautiful story. And like you said, there is an element of, you know, your health took a different turn. So you were looking for obviously something that you could keep your hands in what you were doing, but I don't have a clue what you were doing before any of this. What's your background?
My background is absolutely nothing like what I do now. So basically, brief synopsis. I joined Customs and Excise at Gatwick Airport, and I was there for 17 years and absolutely loved every moment of it. I then transferred to West Sussex County Council, and I worked in the sensory services team. So I dealt with people who were visually and hearing impaired. I then worked with special needs at all girls secondary school, which was stress beyond belief. Imagine those hormones. But all the girls I worked with were either physically or mentally disabled. So that was very rewarding, but very hard work.
Yeah.
And then from there, I moved on I was the Access and Exclusions Officer for West Sussex County Council, which meant that I had to deal with, or I was the go-between for pupils who were on the verge of being permanently excluded from school. And I had to liaise in between the school and the authorities as to try and prevent the child from being permanently excluded, or try and find an alternative education for the child and all this sort of thing. And it was incredibly stressful in actual fact. And that's where I was ill health retired from that place of work.
Well, what I'm loving about your stories, though, is the fact that children have been very much, and families, working with children and supporting families, have been very much part of your journey. So it makes sense. Like, I know what you do, but how do you, what is it that you're doing? And Any Green will do. I love the title. Is that the name of the company itself, or what you've called your offering?
Okay. Right. What I've done when I my health, I wasn't able to have my own business completely from scratch because I would physically not be able to manage it. So I looked at network marketing companies, multi-level marketing companies, and there are several out there, and they're all brilliant. And I looked at Arbonne, Norwex, Forever Living, Enyo, and they're absolutely brilliant, but none of them resonated with me. And for me, I felt that I had to buy into a system. So you bought the gloves, or you bought the material, or you bought the liquid, or you bought whatever, and it was quite expensive setup. And I wasn't able to do that at the time. Brilliant companies. I'm not saying anything about the companies, but it wasn't for me at the time. And then somebody introduced me to Week and Eco, which sounds Japanese, but it's actually British. And
you said that to me when we had the consultation. Actually.
And I'm just like, Week and Eco, and it's spelled really bizarrely. But I looked at it and I joined within 24 hours. Fantastic. Because basically, if you want a toothbrush, buy a toothbrush. If you want to buy a bar of soap, buy a bar of soap. But what's so amazing about it is they sell up to 1,000 products, and they are all ethical, eco, not tested on animals, no harsh chemicals, a big vegan section, and it's all in one spot. So it's like a supermarket just of those sort of products.
Wow, fantastic.
And me being me, I wanted not just to be Week and Eco, I wanted to be me. And so those of a certain age, I had a bottle of wine and thought of Neighbours and Jason Donovan and hence the reason of Any Green.
Clever. I love it. Well, I mean, just backtracking a bit, then I definitely know where you're coming from when it comes to network marketing. So I've been with my network marketing company for about 10 years. It's coming up 10 years.
It's quick, isn't it?
I know what you're saying about it. You have to resonate.
Yeah.
You have to believe in not just their products, and obviously use the products, be the brand. So for me, I'm an ambassador with Herbalife Nutrition. Absolutely love the products. I love the brand, but there has to be something more as well. So I definitely get where you're coming from. So that's very interesting. And Any Green will do. Very clever, very clever. So basically, I mean, you are one of the guest contributors for the September event but you're also a contributor in the Health and Wellbeing Cafe community that I've set up, which have you noticed how those numbers we're getting there? The numbers are coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You have to start somewhere to work up.
Oh, do you know what, Jeanette? I mean, what you said earlier on about, wanting to have your own identity as well as being part of this bigger network. I definitely felt the same. And with the health and wellbeing community, I started it in 2008 for very similar, not 8, sorry, 2018. Can't add up. But for very similar reasons as what you said, that I wanted to do something that was a little bit different within the network marketing space, if you like. And for me, it started off as a face-to-face event. So here in my hometown in Nottingham, in fact, I was watching the video of the very first session, a great session. The room was packed. There was such energy and vibration in that room. Just to fast forward, after having Zenta, I knew that being out and setting up an event, even though it's only once a month, it's a lot for a mum with a newborn to take on. So I kind of thought, I don't know what to do. And then the situation that, thank God, we've all lived through, come out the other side, that happened. So I took it online. But I was very nervous about doing this kind of setup, this format, this structure that I have in an online space. And don't get me wrong, I've lost some of the face-to-face benefits. So for example, I was able to do sampling for my products. So I can't do that online. And hopefully I've done other elements that still make it fun and lively and whatever. So that leads me on to where we are coming up to in September, which is coming up thick and fast. As I've just posted not too long ago in our group chat, the information page technically is ready, Jeanette, and I cannot wait to share it with you all. Oh my gosh, I've just got some little amendments to do. So for the audience listening here, the information page, registration page, whatever you want to call it, is nearly ready. This is going to be a superb event. Jeanette is going to be one of the guest contributors giving a talk. I love the title. You share the title with us, Jeanette, what you'll be speaking about.
Something along the lines of, Mum, if you look after me, who look after Mother Earth?
Exactly. So obviously we won't give them too much. You're going to give a talk. I know, I've got your bio, I've got the talk description. If you want to know more, please check out that information page. I've just got a few amendments to do, and then I'm going to have a proofreader look over it as well, Jeanette, because when it goes out, we don't want, to be fair, I am quite what do you call it? Quite good with my English grammar and things like that. So I've done my own proofreading, but it's always good to have
third party.
Yeah, third party looking over it. So I kind of anticipate that I'll be releasing it into the virtual world, if you like, later on this week or maybe early next week, depending on when the proofreader can have a look. But the registration page, and it's a complimentary event. There's no charge for you to come and check out these talks, but essentially what we're saying, a bit like what you said at the beginning, Jeanette, you wanted to do something for Maya. You want to do it now in this time. Okay, so you've been doing your business for a while, but you wanting to start to make a difference now. So when she grows up, she's only 7, but in the next 20 years when she's 27, and she can say, oh, look what my grandma did to actually have a positive impact in this world. So this event is, I don't know if I'm going to still call it How To, because somebody went, oh, how to. Anyway, at the moment, it's called How to Future-Proof Your Family. Or give me some feedback, audience. Should I just call it Future-Proof Your Family or How to Future-Proof Your Family? I think I'll put that out as a little poll, Jeanette, and see what the feedback is. But essentially, the contributors that I have gathered, I've met them, all of them online, apart from Sue Ritchie. We had a lovely hug last week at a face-to-face networking event. you know, they have got information for you, which is going to help you to literally make fantastic plans for your family. So it's about doing what you can right now, where actually you're going to see the positive benefits in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Now, as we know, Jeanette, because we're on our second generation, you know, I'm a grandma, I was with the girls this afternoon, time goes so quickly. So even if you are a mum or a dad listening to this information and thinking, well, you know, our little baby is literally 6 weeks old, we all know that the time, before you know it, Jeanette, you're thinking about putting them into school, and it is that type of situation. So before I let you go, my dear, is there anything else that you wanted to share with us?
I don't know. I will be, I could talk for England about this, and a lot of it is from my own experience. And all I can say, how I look at my business in the future.
Jeanette, can you just say that again? Because you cut out. We heard all you can say and then it cut out.
Yeah, sorry. Is with the future and with my business, please think it's not going to be difficult, because if I do something difficult, if I get tired, if I get stressed, if I try and think of something too much, I fall asleep, or I forget, or I can't remember, whatever. So everything I try and do in my business, I have copied from my life. I keep things simple. I don't do complicated. Deal with one thing at a time. Job done.
Brilliant. And you're absolutely amazing. And I kind of went off track in my thoughts earlier on, but what I was going to say is Jeanette is a fantastic contributor in the Health and Wellbeing Cafe Facebook community group. So if you are in the group, then you will see Jeanette's posts in there. She gives us a lot of education and a lot of top tips. So thank you so much, Jeanette, for being a fantastic contributor. Anyway, my dear, it is time for us to sign off. Before we go, in terms of networking, obviously in the community that we're in, we like to give little talks as well. Do you have any talks coming up that you'd like to promote this evening?
Not that I can think of, but I can't even, it's all awful. I've been a book that's just been come out, and it was actually #1 in Amazon, currently #1 in Amazon. I can't remember the name of the book.
Say that again, Jeanette. You cut out again. Could you say the whole sentence again, please?
Yeah, sorry. I'm sure if I could remember the name of the book, I'd let you know. But I'm a contributor to a chapter of a book which is currently #1 in Amazon, all about children and teens and anxiety and all this sort of thing. And me being me, I can't remember the name of it.
Don't worry about it. I mean, again, fantastic, Jeanette. Give me the link and I will post it underneath you know, this broadcast.
That'd be brilliant.
And then let's have a chat off air about the VIP offer and see if there's anything you can do with that book there. All right then. So Jeanette, I'm going to remove you from the live stream and I'm just going to say good night. So thank you so much for being with us, Jeanette. I will chat to you later. Okay. And for those of you who are still with me, thank you so much for joining in. You know, what I'm creating here, I'm not doing it on my own. You have to gather a really strong team around you. So I've got the contributors. I'm working with a fantastic team. You know, we've got lots of information for those of you that will be registering with us. It will take place over 2 evenings. So this is Wednesday the 28th and Thursday the 29th of September. We're going to start at 7 o'clock. And for those of you who are registered, you will be able to get copies of the recording, but please don't tell me I can't make it. I want a copy of the recording, because this is the type of event, because it's live, you really want to be on the call, because you can ask questions directly to the guest speakers. All right, so that's it from me. Thank you so much. I've had somebody join me, but I don't know who you were. So thank you so much for staying and watching the live. And if you're watching the replay, please do let me know that you were here. It's always good to see those comments and get feedback on what I am doing. So thank you so much. And join in next week when I've got another contributor from the September session. I'm just going to look quickly. Sorry, I should have got this ready. Who have I got next week? Who is with us? Is it Sue? It is. Next week I have Sue Ritchie, the fertility coach, with me. So hi, Sarah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you've got a baby. That is so good news. Sarah, we do need to have a one-to-one. Please do text me, because I was just about to say Sue Ritchie, who's a fertility coach, is actually coming onto the call next week for the live chat. Thank you so much, Sarah, for tuning in all the way in France. So I love it that, I've been able to pick up my old friend from many years ago supporting this live stream. Thank you so much. So let's have a chat. I want all the news. All right. Thank you and good night. Bye-bye.